just going through the schedule, it's really exciting. Jared, were you going to say something?
Nope.
Yeah, so we got Atlanta, week 1. I think we can win that game. At Denver, I think we can win that game too. I don't know if there will be any players that we can't play because there's higher elevations. I believe it was Ryan Clark couldn't play in Denver because of the
high sickle cell thing.
Yeah, sickle cell, yeah. And that's unfortunate, but I don't know if we have any players that will not be able to play. I doubt it. Then we're home against LA, the Chargers at 1, Jim Harbaugh. I think we can win that game too. And then week 4, we're at Indy at 1. I think we can win that game. And then again, it gets exciting. This is where it starts to get exciting. We're Sunday Night Football against the Cowboys at home. And then the next week we're at Las Vegas at 4. And then we got the Jets Sunday night at home, week 7. That's another awesome matchup. I hope Aaron Rodgers is playing. And then Monday night we're against the Giants at home. Week 9 bye. And we got at the Commanders at 1. Ravens home. And this is when Hard Knocks starts. That's another thing about this season is we're going to be on Hard Knocks, which is absolutely
the
insane.
NFC North,
yeah, it's going to be fantastic to watch that. But and then you got at Cleveland Thursday night. I hate Thursday nights. And then at Cincinnati at 1. And then Cleveland at home at 1. At Philly at 4. At Baltimore at 4:30. And then Kansas City at home at 1. And then we've got week 18 Bengals at home. So, we have a tough schedule. I don't know if it's the hardest in the league, but like I predicted us going 12-5, and that's all is predicated upon Russell Wilson's performance and the fact that I hope he can play long enough to give Justin Fields some sitting time and give him confidence, because I think Justin Fields could be a good quarterback. Now, will he ever be accurate? I don't know. We'll see. I think it'd be kind of a miracle to ever see him be an accurate quarterback, but because his accuracy is pretty bad. And I say that as someone who I did play quarterback when I was younger, and my issue was accuracy. I could throw it hard. I threw javelin and stuff, and I pitched, but yeah, accuracy it's tough. If you're not accurate, it's really hard to work on, especially in the NFL when you're moving around. Like that one pass he threw against the Bills, like open touchdown, he missed them. I mean, those are harder than they look. But yeah, I think we got 1, 2. I think we beat Denver. Maybe a loss at LA. Win against Indy. Cowboys, I think that's a win. LA's a win. Jets maybe a loss. Giants win. Commanders win. Ravens loss. I mean, we could even lose at Cleveland, but I think we win. And then at Cincinnati, say that'd be like our 4th loss. And then maybe like Philly is our 5th. But I think we beat the Chiefs at home. Maybe by then, I don't think the Chiefs are going to be good enough to sit. But it could be possible. I mean, I don't know. Week 17, would they sit their starters? I don't know. I don't think so. But I do think we beat Kansas City. I think that's one of the teams we beat. But at the end of the day, 12-5, I think is pretty much where we're at. 11-6. I just don't want to get the last seed in the playoffs and then lose again. Because at that point, after all this talent we acquired, you maybe get one more year after this. And if Mike Tomlin still, again, makes the playoffs, loses, or doesn't make it, I don't know how he can stay as the coach. This is Pittsburgh. It's not Cincinnati. You can't you can't miss the playoffs for 20 years like Marvin Lewis and keep your job. So that's not the Steelers. So we would literally boycott the team or whoever is making these decisions. So, because I'm so tired of having a bad draft pick after barely making the playoffs. That's why I'm so I'm done. Like, this is such a dumb cycle. It's such a stupid cycle. I mean, either be really bad and get a good draft pick, make a playoff run, and nothing else. That's it. Like one or the other. Don't be in the middle. The middle is a horrible place to be. It's mediocrity. It's total BS. It's unacceptable. So, what do you think? What do you think about, like, with Russ being our starter? How do you think we're looking? Can you see my web browser?
I can see
Okay.
I can see the schedule. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm using StreamYard now for everybody that doesn't know, and it's way better. So
it's way better. I'm gonna tell. I like this a lot, dude. This is really cool.
yeah, I'm glad you can
go
see
down.
it.
So go down for me. Go down for me. So at Atlanta, that is a win. At Denver, that is a win. It's going to be closer than we think, but I think we're going to have struggles in Denver. Some teams do in that field. I think we're still going to win at home against Los Angeles. I know Justin Herbert might be healthy by that game. I don't think that's it. They said he's going to be on the IL start of the season. I don't know if they said he's 100%, but yeah, I still think we're going to be 3-0. We may lose at Indianapolis. Did you see that last year? Like, that game was tough to watch. We were up 14-0 on that team, and we just let them steamroll and just completely destroy us and humiliate us at Indianapolis. So I'm thinking that might be another loss. So that's 3-1. And then next week, what is that?
Dallas
for Cowboys. Yeah, that's going to be a fun game. If it's going to win, I'll say it's a win. It's going to be close. So that's 4-1 at Las Vegas Raiders. I know our horrors with Raiders, but I'll still say that's a win. That's 5-1. The Jets, gosh, I don't want to give Aaron Rodgers love, but I think in the end, what's that?
They are in a bit of turmoil right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that again, it's
not doing good. So,
I think Sunday night games. I mean, yeah, that's tough for us, but yeah, it's home. I'll say we win. I'm going to be optimistic. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think we're still going to win that. So what is that now? 5-1, 6-1, and then we beat the Giants. I think that's what we start at, 7-1 to start the season. At Commanders is kind of the new Raiders. Like, we have been having our issues with the Commanders for some reason, and I think that might be where we stop that. I think we win this one. Yeah, after our bye, and then we play. Yeah, I think. Yeah, but Tomlin's always good after a bye. So there's 8-1. The Ravens at home. We have had our great success against Lamar Jackson, dude. I don't see it stopping either. So I'm still going to go 9-1. Okay. And then we're going to be at Cleveland. That's going to be our first big loss after like how many months? Yeah. So yeah, that's 9-2. And then we have Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to say that's a win. I'm going to actually give it to us. I'm going to say we're going to go 10-2 there. And then the Cleveland Browns, we're going to win at home. We're going to be 11-2. And then the Eagles, I think we'll give my cousins more pleasure to hear this. I think we're going to lose to the Eagles at Philadelphia. And as much as I would love nothing more than to claim victory, I think we're going to lose there. And then we are going to lose I think we are going to lose at Baltimore. So that'll be 11-4. And then I think you're right. I think we are going to beat Kansas City at home. I think that's going to be a great game. And I think it's going to be 12-4. And then we go. Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Louise.
See that little thing right there?
Oh, yeah. Jeez, Louise. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's the world we live in. But yeah, I think we win that game. We're going to be 12-4, and then home against the Bengals. I don't know where the Bengals will be at this season, but if we're leading the division right at that point with 12-4, I'd like to think we're going to try and go for it. And if we do, I think we're going to win that game at home. So there you have it. I think we're going to be 13-4. I'm very optimistic right now with Russell Wilson and company, but that's how it looks like it's going to play out. I'm going to go 13-4, and we win that division. I'm not trying to be like some prideful. We have waited so long for Pittsburgh to do something. I'm just finally feeling like this is the year we take control of this division. Because, again, it is not the strongest it's been offensively. So I feel like, and again, we don't face the AFC North until like week 10. Like, it's insane how long we go into the season before we face a single divisional rival. It's crazy. So I think we're going to have a great season, and then we just kind of go 500 against them, and then we're just going to take care of business, be 13-4.
Yeah. So, who's your Super Bowl pick? Do you have one?
Yes. I think this is going to be such a hot take, but not for the NFC. I think NFC that this will be obvious, but AFC will be interesting. You're going to be a little surprised, I think. For my AFC choice, I'm going to go with the Texans.
Okay.
I think CJ Stroud and them are already ready to get to the playoffs and make some noise. That offense now with Stephon Diggs, dude, that team is going to be very interesting offensively. We don't play them. I mean, I think would be the coolest scenario is for us to get all the way to the AFC Championship against Houston. But that would then mean I think that we're going to lose in the AFC Championship. I don't want it, but I think that'd be a pretty cool championship. And I think that the Texans would win. Their offense is just right now ready to do a lot of damage. And I think their defense is good. It's not elite, but I think they're going to be good enough to keep themselves in games and get all the way. And then, of course, for the NFC Championship, I'm going to choose the Lions. So I have the Texans versus the Lions in the Super Bowl this
broadcast. So,
right.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Oh, no, I was just simply saying, like, I think that the better team for the NFC is the Lions, obviously. I know that's going to be between them and the 49ers and the Eagles, but I like what the Lions have. I think that would be a really, really fun Super Bowl to see Dan Campbell versus, insert his name, the Houston Texans coach.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I like the guy. Yeah, I know. I'm saying I know the coach is a really good dude. I mean, he's making a lot of headways. So I think that this is right now the best for the Super Bowl. I think the prediction would be that it's going to be the Lions versus the Texans.
Okay.
Yep, that'd be my pick. What's yours?
So it's definitely the Lions and it's either the Lions and the Bengals or the Lions and the Bills. That's my prediction. So
explain the Bills one.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that the Lions don't make it, and same with the Bengals. I think the Bengals are easily, if they stay healthy, they're making the Super Bowl, and I think they're going to play the Lions. But I think the Lions ultimately are going to end up being the Super Bowl champs this year. I think they're from what they're coming off of, I think they're going to end up being Super Bowl champs. I mean, I just don't think there's any way that they can't.
Right.
I mean, they're so stacked. They blew it last year completely. They handed San Fran that game, and San Fran's a really good team. So, yeah, I think
everybody knew that.
Bengals, Lions, yeah.
Wow.
Or Bills. I'd like to see the Bills make it too.
What's the fascination with the Bills? I mean, they have no Stephon Diggs, so you think all the drama will make them play better?
Oh, dude, they 100% added by subtracting. He was a horrible. I would never want him on my team. He was a horrible addition for the Texans. I mean, he's a good player, but there's no way with a young quarterback that's a good fit, in my opinion. So, yeah, they got Keon Coleman. There's no Stephon Diggs 100%. By him not being on that team, it made them better, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. But yeah, that's my Super Bowl prediction, man. So,
I think we're all agreed with the Lions, though. I mean, it seems like it's their time finally. It's got to end the cycle. Like it's like the Chicago Cubs or something like that. I mean, after 100 and some years, like they finally got to win a Super Bowl. They got to win one. They just look like the best. I mean, I think every name that they have between wide receiver, running back, obviously Jared Goff. I mean, people write him off all the time just because he wasn't the greatest against the Bill Belichick, Tom Brady driven Patriots like that. What were you going to do? I mean, that right there was not going to happen. I mean, you weren't going to outsmart a dude who's been in the league for over a dozen years and Bill Belichick having the record he had. There was no way that was not going to happen. So I know that they have figured things out, like between like Goff going to the Lions. Dan Campbell's just a better fit for him. Not Sean McVay wasn't a bad coach for him. He just has better options. So I like what he has in Detroit. I mean, they just look like they're prime to start getting somewhere, getting all the way. I very much think that it is going to be the Detroit Lions winning the Super Bowl over the Houston Texans, though.
Okay. Do you think what do you think about Russell Wilson being named a starter?
Oh, dude, I mean, it was inevitable. Like, you're always going to go with experience over rookie or younger guy. Not that he's a rookie. Justin Fields has been in the league for 2 years now. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely has a lot of potential to replace, but I feel like this is definitely going to be the perfect fit right now for him. And I mean, would it be nice to see him go all the way? Of course, but I just want them to get to a playoff game and win. Just please give us something that we haven't seen for a while, which is a winning season and a winning record in the postseason, or at least 500. I don't know. I'm hoping for all AFC championship at least. That would be my goals for them, but just win a playoff game.
Yeah, so one thing Bill Cowher said on Pat McAfee was you don't want to start Justin Fields now because say you put him in and then he struggles, you're going to kill his confidence. So put Russ in there. Russell's been benched before. If it doesn't work out with Russ, we got Justin Fields in the back. So that works out really well, Russell Wilson being the starter. Now, ultimately, does it mean that, he's the better quarterback? I think right now he is, but in the future, we definitely have options. So it's definitely good to see that continue. With a good veteran quarterback, a very good proven quarterback, I think he's a good leader in terms of how he carries himself. So I think that's what I expected to happen. I'm not surprised at all. So